John,
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
John.
the local meteorologists and the local newspapers have just been beside themselves with the idea that this is going to be the warmest Halloween in 20 years. And they've got charts showing it, and they're just agog. And the record high today was Halloween 1950, when it was 83 degrees. And I remember that you have this great newspaper historical site. So I called you and asked you to see what were the papers doing on October 30 and October 31, 1950. Did the weather even get a mention?
It did, but it was only, for instance, the Star Tribune said weather will continue mild and balmy today to the satisfaction of all except firemen. Apparently, people were burning leaves and starting fires. Aside from that, they could have cared less.
Right.
Also, duck hunters were disappointed, according to the Minneapolis Star, because of the warm weather.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted the season extended. Do you know Jack Connor by any chance?
I do not.
Okay, well, he wrote the story and he used something you say all the time. He said there were reports of the same: few ducks, very little flying, and bluebird weather.
Oh, yeah, bluebird weather.
That's what Souchere is saying.
Yeah. 83 degrees for Halloween 1950.
Woo!
I did see Sioux Falls had an 85 in that area too, as I was looking at the.
But no
weather.
panic, no hysteria, no.
Oh gosh, no! And then, in fact, that 85 that was mentioned, I think it was on page 27.
Really?
For that day, yeah, in the weather map.
Wow.
And that was it. So.
Well, okay, thank you.
Wait, I have a question for John.
He's on the clock.
Hi, John. How you doing?
Hi, Kenny. How are you?
Good, John. Are you naked?
I'm not naked. No.
No. Well, what are you doing then?
Well, I'm working apparently at the moment. I guess. I don't know.
Nice day up there, John.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you, John.
Say, I'm not. I got a couple other things for you. You know how I love looking at this newspaper.
Yeah.
The radio schedule on those days.
Oh boy.
Is bigger than the TV schedules on the newspaper. How about
That's
that?
something. I bet KSTP was figured prominently.
There was. I think there was 3 TV, WTCN, I think, and I don't remember the other.
No, I mean radio.
Oh, radio, yes.
Oh, Amos and Andy and
CCO and yeah.
How much syndicated programming is on that radio schedule?
It looked like a lot. Like
Red Sovines Dance Hour.
Was anybody selling snake oil mixtures and stuff like that? Vitamins.
Snake oil. One other thing I want to mention, though, there's this. We always talk about how cool the writing was in those days.
Right.
A guy got knifed in Minneapolis that night.
Boy.
And the story has direct quotes. I don't know from where. You tell me as an old reporter how they did this. It says about that time, patrolman Axel Samuelson, trying doors in an alley, halted a running man. Samuelson did not know about the stabbing at the time. He stopped the man and said, "Why are you running?" in quotation marks. The officer asked. "Someone stole my car," quotation marks. The man replied. "Let me see your driver's license," Samuelson said. All this in quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
As the officer reached into his pocket, he noticed the man's shirt was bloody. "Have you been in a fight?" "Had a little trouble over in St. Paul," the man replied. "You better come along to headquarters." The man bolted, but Samuel grabbed him and slapped him in the back of the head and said, "Don't try that again." Those are all those are in quotation marks, so like you're listening into the conversation.
Well, there's only 2 options for how those quotes came about. Either they were entirely made up, or the cop told the reporter that.
Word for word. That's what I was thinking. The cop had to tell a reporter. Eventually, by the way, the guy got away. He ran.
That same officer, Axel, I believe he was in charge of the cigarette bust. Isn't that right, Ruck?
That was in Detroit, Dearborn.
Right.
Dearborn,
Michigan. hijacking.
I knew that was coming.
I like the fact that he said, "We may have to take you to headquarters."
Did he have one of those batons that he was twirling as he was walking?
Casually.
What do you see
Yeah.
in the front of headquarters?
Yeah. One of those big round hats too.
In front of headquarters, I see
A lantern.
It's the seal for headquarters. It's like a round ball.
I see the big lights on the side of the door.
Oh, lights. Okay, got it. Yes.
Big globe lights.
And you have to go up steps.
Yep.
You have to go up steps. It's a stone building.
Yes.
And just majestic. Yeah.
And a very cynical and disinterested guy behind the counter there.
Yep.
What's your
Taking a
deal?
sip of his coffee.
Yeah.
Taking a sip